Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the, well, not the road to 100. I was, mistaken there. Welcome back to the mini-boss analyses, and today we have the Blood-Soaked Devils, and these guys are the big reds that I call them, and they are, just bigger, better, larger, heavier hitting versions of the Forgotten Devils that we saw, previously in the mini boss analysis. So the first place you encounter these fellas is here in the dried up trenches, and they're scattered all throughout this area, and they are always traveling in some kind of duo, trio kind of pairing with the Forgotten Devils as well. There's one hanging off the edge. There's two hanging over there. You can see them where the horn's pointing. There's a couple around here, and then they kind of are scattered around in some of these corridors and cubby holes, but they share all of the same exact resistances of the Forgotten Devils. Same thing, minus 10% slash, plus 10% crush, 0% pierce, minus 10% blood, 0% fire, minus 30% ice, and 0% lightning. The same order of debuff effects, go for stun, then slow, then inhibit, then venom. Now, where they do differ is in their weapon sets and their move sets and their HP pools. So typically these guys come in the two-handed sword version, the Lost Y, or the Lost Heavy Axe version. And that's typically where you'll find these guys, whereas the Forgotten Devils come in like one-handed swords, halberds, and guns. So between the two of them, they have everything covered except, hammers proper. But since the Lost Heavy Axe is considered a hammer class, then they cover the full spectrum between the two of these, the Forgotten Devils and the Blood-Soaked Devils. So the Blood-Soaked Devils are the red ones, and the Forgotten Devils are the purple ones. So you can almost consider them the same, except for the fact of their weapons, their move sets, and their HP values. So if we stack up on stun for this fella here, and instead of venom, we'll just go for some stun here, and you'll notice that we will have the same exact fun amount of ability here to just completely stun lock these guys in place, just because of the fact, well, my leg like broke there as we went across the gap, just because of the amount of stun that they can take, and because of the fact that, they are so weak to stun, you can take them down easily no matter where you go. The next place whoa, where did this guy come from? The next place you find these guys is in the Cliffs of Rust as an actual mini-boss, and that's why we're talking about them. If they're not a mini-boss, then we're not going to be talking about them. So there's not really a whole lot to discuss about these guys, as you've seen them so far. So we do need to run down the south trail here, and so let's head on over to their mini-boss encounter. And these guys do hit very hard. They hit like absolute Mack trucks. When they want to destroy you, they absolutely can, and they don't have any kind of crazy lean back damage reduction phase as the Forgotten Devils have, but they do have a crazy spin attack that allows them to move very far distances, and whoops. Okay, so we got shot by the shooter over there. That's really unfortunate that happened that way, but you can see that you can stun these guys very quickly and go in for extra big damage if you need to along the way. And we are kind of utilizing their horns as our horns on our characters. So that's kind of where these come from. Okay, there we go. And let's get stunned and let's go. Man. Okay. Yep. And the shooters are what make this a difficult fight, just because of the fact that these guys stun and they can't do too much to you. But the fact is that because of the shooters, you have to play kind of defensive. You can't go for the all-out crazy stun as you've seen on the other enemies, like one-on-one. And that makes it for a very different encounter altogether. So if you wonder why these guys are on the mini-boss list, it's because of this encounter right here. So we will head over here. Ouch. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. And you can see that if we just hide over here, we will have a much better time here. Okay, maybe not. Nope, okay. Still not doing well here with the stun mechanic set of it. However, because they are weak to Ice Slash, we do have something that we can absolutely burn these guys down with, and it is indeed Aurora Flash. This is an absolutely incredible gift for these guys specifically. Same thing with the Forgotten Devils as well. If you are going for a gifting version of how to defeat these guys, this is an absolutely incredible way to do it. So let's go for our gifts here, and let's get our haze. Ouch. Okay, I literally didn't do anything there. So you can see that as we continue to fumble around here during the fight, they are very weak to stun. It is a great way for you to encounter these guys, and especially if you're encountering them one-on-one, then they really do not stand a chance in any way. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's get this thing. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Okay. Oh, yep, these things can kill us from basically anywhere, because we have literally no defenses. Oops. Okay, we still can't kill that thing. Ouch. Okay, and death by shooters is going to be the moral of the story here. Okay, now we have some damage. There we go. Yep, Aurora Flash is pretty incredible for these guys. Absolutely crazy how much damage it does, and how fast you can take them down. And that's what makes this encounter pretty simple after you get Aurora Flash. And if you go with Merciless Reaper, it even makes it much more simple in a very big way. Okay, so if we head up here to this fella here, you run into this guy, and he's just kind of sitting here chilling. And look at that, almost all his health in one go. And you know what that means, that if you can use Aurora Flash to this great effect, then what comes next is by proxy, that you can literally slash these guys down in one hit with everything that you have active. And if you have a couple of other things going, these guys will absolutely get destroyed. And as you can see there, we did pretty well. About 10,500, and if we would go for something you know, with a little more dark value centered, then we would completely put him down immediately. So if we go for something like this, or the Okay, this is a little bit more. And now if we go for this, we should be able to put him down in one hit. So it depends on your veil, right? You're doing, um, because you're doing dark value on Aurora Flash. But the cool thing is that because of how this gift does so well, you can absolutely take these guys out. Simply no problem. So it's a really good gift if you have access to it and you're able to pair it up with Merciless Reaper and go for gifts only kind of a setup here versus these guys. They can be taken out pretty quickly. But all the same stuff as the Forgotten Devils, just a little bit more damage is required though for these guys because they have much higher health pools than the Forgotten Devils, and they absolutely can destroy you, so make sure you are geared up for big defense on your slashes and blood defense as well, because the guys with the Lost Heavy Axe, they can do blood damage, and so if you can mitigate blood damage on them, they won't really hurt you. So let's go see that in action, because it's important to kind of understand where is one of them that's closest. Probably these guys. But the Lost Zweihander does not do blood damage, and so unfortunately we can't mitigate that in any way. So I'll show you both variants here with the Ivory Grace, because it's the best that we can go for pretty much. So let's go here, this and Blood Guard and a tonic, Blood Barrier tonic. Okay, so we can get very high on our blood defenses here, and what we will be at will be around, we should go for a little more mind then, since we need more mind. There we go. That should get us a little more light value here. We're at an A, and so that's A plus. Okay, and let's see here what our blood value is. 171. Okay, and this guy, if he, oh, okay, he tried to kick me, and go ahead and stop using your foot. There you go. You can see that we do indeed take a ton of damage. We don't get killed in one hit, but we absolutely take mountains and mountains and mountains of damage. 2,000 damage is crazy to be hit once. And so let's try that again. Let's get rid of this guy first, and then we'll go down to the Lost Heavy Axe bro down there. Okay, and the stun helps to set up for backstabs and stuff. You guys already know this, so that is where the power of this all comes in. Very nice. Okay, we got him active. Unfortunately, we got the sword bro active as well. Okay, and let's go for a tonic here. Good. Okay, and let's jump in here. Okay. Oh, ouch. And let's go ahead and heal. Oh, okay. And as you can see there, you can mitigate some of his damage, but because the Lost versions, they don't incorporate the blood damage value as we do ourselves when we get the weapons. When we get the Lost Heavy Axe, it doesn't actually mitigate any damage. So it's unfortunate that is the case, but yeah, you just keep that in mind, that you're not doing yourselves any favors by trying to defend against any blood or anything, because it's a Lost Heavy Axe. But it is all physical damage, and so all you have to do is go for big time slash resist, which would be the midnight, or the Night Fang here, as it has incredible slash resist, as well as the Suicide Spur. So either way you go about defending, go for one of those veils, and you should be well off, and probably pair up with something like a Bladed Blood or Foul Blood Barrier or Iron Will or something like that, and you should do well. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.